How many cameras can you put on a rig? Well, obviously you can't put DSLRs, or at least 5 of them on one rig. Maybe vlogging cameras? Nah, that's probably a little overdoing it. But, hey, you can put a lot of phones on one rig. And you can put a lot of Pocket 3s on one rig. And you can put a lot of action cams on one rig. This video started out as how many cameras can I put on one rig? So here's one permutation that I started out with, and here's another one I wound up with just to see how many I could do. 4 magnets, so I got a spot for any number of phones, and it only weighs less than 1.5 pounds. So you pick what you want on here. If there's any kind of a gadget you can add. If it's a magnet, I have it. If it's a swivel, I have it. If it's a cold shoe, I have it. I even have a magnet cold shoe adapter that really makes this thing. As you can see here, I have 3 phones and a camera. I'm using the X4 for demo purposes, but I also have 3 phones. Well, why do you need 3 phones? Well, you don't. But I do need 2. One for doing the video between the Pocket 3 and the iPhone or my S24 Ultra. But the middle one I'm running the Mimo app on, which is pretty cool. But wait, there's more. So now I have everything I had in the closet on this rig. I've got a light. I've got a front-facing phone camera. I've got 2 side cameras, rear-facing camera, and a monitor camera for the Mimo app for DJI Pocket 3. And to top it all off, I've got the 360 camera on top. Now, obviously, I wouldn't do all this in real life, except for YouTube. And I would actually probably mount a battery on one of these magnets. And I'm sure there's other accessories that people need and that I'll figure out in the future. But it's nice to know that all these little guys pop off. They're all connected via a battery. The only cold shoe mount on here is the key light. Just to recap here, the key to this rig is the little 6-sided cold shoe mount that you see here. So I've got 2 different brands of this thing, and as you can see, you can mix and match whatever part you want to add to the 5 of the 6 sides. The bottom side obviously goes on some kind of a 1/4-20 screw mount onto whatever kind of tripod you want to use. As you saw in one of the pictures, I put it on an Arca plate, and the Arca plate went on a monopod. In other cases, it was on a selfie stick. So the choices are pretty much unlimited. In a previous video, I had 21 gadgets, and you have 21 different possible permutations of combination of gadgets. So here's just a few. Here's my do everything rig here that I kind of wound up with. And so I'm not you have your own equipment, but you can see here that this type of a rig is pretty darn flexible. Stay tuned for my next video, Comica VM40.